What it is, y'all? Back for episode 3 of the Monty Mentality Podcast. As you can see, I have my first ever guest here, my man Bunche.
What up, what up, what up?
But before we get into that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button so you can know when these drop. Like I said, we're not on a consistent schedule yet, so that's your best bet to know when new ones come out.
We're going to get you there one day.
Yes, sir. So, first, let's introduce my guy, Bunche. We go all the way back to Clinton Grove Elementary from the 90s.
Old
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah, we old out here. We go back to the Clinton administration, bro. That's how far out we are. And also, it's a fellow NBA head just like me. If there's anyone that I know,
you know the vibes.
If there's anyone I know I can talk NBA with about anything related to basketball, it's this guy.
24/7 lines open.
And also, as you can also see,
Vibe check.
It's a Kings fan. Now, how did you become a Kings fan? Let's tell the people.
You know the story, but 2 words. The GOAT. Chris Webber. I, went to a Bullets game back then. Bullets game, watched at the time, who I thought was the GOAT, MJ, come to the MCI Center. I thought I was coming to see MJ, put on a performance. Bullets took the dub, and Chris Webber took the GOAT title. And ever since, I've been a C Webb fan. They traded him out to Sacramento, and I went with him. Been a Kings fan rocking ever since.
And as you guys know, that makes us antithesis to each other in terms of basketball fandom, because
all your takes are ass. Like, seriously.
Y'all already know which one I'm rocking with. And fortunately, the Kings and Lakers have not ever had to do a serious playoff series since we've been grown.
Okay, see, watch your mouth. You about to cross the line.
See, I wasn't saying nothing. I was just stating the
Just watch it.
But the other thing before we get into the big topics for today is I want
the New Orleans Pelicans. Oh, sorry. They're going to lose tonight.
Well, we'll get into that. But the biggest thing that I want to get into first is what you got against Raymond Felton, bro.
Oh. There's no excuse for a professional NBA athlete to be that out of shape at all times. Like, he doesn't ever play himself into shape. He just never looks like an NBA player.
I mean, I will say it is pretty hard to burn calories for a living at a high level, and you still got
you know how ass his diet got to be.
you still out here looking like not even a dad bod. You looking like bro, like you can't put
like you hoop for 48 minutes a night. You got practices 2 a days for however long the season is, and you work out, and you still look like Raymond Felton.
And you got to work out in the off season to make sure to work on your game.
Well, obviously he wasn't, because he also never improved.
Well, maybe when he was a rookie, but that might be about it though for Raymond. But yeah, so I know my man wanted to get that off his chest.
I did, because it's disrespectful to the game, and I love the game too much.
Agree there. So now, before we get into the playoff talk, we do know what the 1-8 matchup is going to be in the East now, because Miami dogged Chicago tonight with no Jimmy Butler. Chicago, y'all are embarrassing and unserious.
I hate that Jimmy ain't even going to play for round 1.
And then we have his team about to play now pretty shortly against New Orleans.
That dub.
How you feeling about that?
Against New Orleans. We in New Orleans tonight. They've been kicking our ass all year and last year, to be honest with you. But Zion's out, so I'm in. we getting the dub, and we'll see y'all in OKC next week. We ain't fucking around with y'all.
All right. So I actually agree. I think the Pelicans are going to take it. So the Pelicans. Goddamn. No Zion. I got Sacramento. All right, relax. I got Sacramento.
Okay, and now I'm about to start talking about my stuff. With Zion or not, we's going to take the dub tonight.
And that's it. They are the playoff Pelicans. New Orleans knocks off Sacramento, and they get the 8 seed in the West.
So now with the prediction that it's going to be Sacramento and OKC, let's get into what is your favorite first round matchup?
Well, until you just told me Kawhi is out, it was going to be LA and Dallas. But the matchup I'm most looking forward to, I guess outside of my Kings and OKC, obviously I'm biased there, but I'm looking forward to see Ant Edwards, man. I want to see him hoop.
Minnesota Phoenix.
And I like Book. Biased to KD, PG product, so always there's a lot to see in that series, but I wanted to see Kawhi and PG get cooked by Luka one more time. And then Kyrie beat her with a little smirk on his face, but
so that probably would have been my favorite as well. But with, like I said, they're talking about Kawhi like, oh, we hope he plays. Okay, like we hope he plays the whole series. Like, all right, we on this BS again. We on this BS again. So I'm actually going to say my favorite series that I'm looking forward to. Minnesota Phoenix would be it, but I kind of think I kind of know how that's going to go because of how Phoenix matches up with
Wait, so what are you calling? What are you calling?
We'll get to that because
Okay.
we're going to do all the predictions for all the series
right.
at the end of this.
All right.
But the one that I might actually be looking forward to the most, and this is such a league pass ass answer, is Orlando Cleveland. I'm interested to see like those young guys, especially Orlando, in their first ever like real playoff series. And then, for Cleveland, this is
They're
like
gonna get cooked. Now that you're saying that, they're getting cooked.
but Cleveland though, this is a big series for them because if they lose this series right here, or
You about to say Donovan Mitchell?
Niggas
gone regardless.
I mean, he probably gone
They could win the
regardless, but he's super gone if they lose this.
He's gonna pull a Kawhi if they were to win.
And not to mention, JB Bickerstaff is probably coaching for his job.
Why?
As well. I mean, because they want to do stuff. They think they're supposed to be like this borderline championship contender. So if you lose to the freaking Orlando Magic in round one,
wait, a championship contender with who?
I ain't saying an actual full contender, but like a let's push the Celtics to like 6 games or something. Like
They could do that this year.
they can, but if they lose to Orlando,
They're not losing to Orlando. Palos, nah, they're not losing.
I don't know. If Donovan Mitchell's not right for that series, then
Anthony Black get too much playing time. They're not gonna lose.
All right, that's a valid point. Too much Anthony Black,
Cole Anthony.
If Jonathan Isaac can't play more than 15 minutes,
Nah, I'm not rocking with that. Cleveland got it 4-1.
You're making valid points here. Okay, so let's transition with that into our least favorite.
Wait. So that's the matchup you're looking forward to the most? Orlando and Cleveland.
Yeah, just because
They play tomorrow too.
they do. Do they play tomorrow? I don't even know. I forgot.
All I know is Minnesota
I know
tomorrow.
we play tomorrow. We play tomorrow. I know the Sixers play tomorrow.
Sixers in New York. Okay.
Sixers in New York.
I think that's the first game.
That is the first game. No, they play at 6. I remember that. We're last.
Oh, so that means Orlando's first. Because
Orlando, Cleveland's probably like first or something.
Minnesota's at 3:30.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, what is your matchup you're looking forward to the least?
Whoever Boston's playing.
That is also my answer, but I will give you a bonus answer because that is way too obvious. The series that I'm probably looking forward to the least besides that one, and it pains me to say this because
y'all getting swept.
Relax.
I'm just asking.
But it is.
Because I would be sad about that too.
It is the Lakers and the Nuggets. Listen. First of all, hold on. Let me put on my B Monty persona first.
Yeah, go ahead, stunt real quick and be fake.
We dogging them niggas. I don't give a shit. Like we going look, Jokic getting strapped. Like we gonna have LeBron on him.
Okay. Okay. Now we know you're not serious.
LeBron's gonna be extra serious. That him and AD gonna take turns between guarding Jokic, and the other one gonna be on the back line. So we gonna have that on straps.
Pause.
We got Gabe Vincent now to come in and put the straps on Murray.
Bro, this nigga said Gabe Vincent in an argument about beating the Nuggets. All right.
Put on a serious face. D'Angelo Russell gonna show up this time. Y'all seen how my man been balling this year. Austin Reeves.
This nigga said Gabe Vincent.
Rui Hachimura in the starting lineup now. Darvin Ham ain't messing around. We got this. All right. The Nuggets, Jamal Murray cannot make every single jumper like last year. Jokic is not gonna be making all them BS trick shots.
Yo, y'all getting cooked again.
Dogging them niggas. We dogging them
Y'all
niggas.
getting cooked
AD
again.
and LeBron ain't playing. All right.
It's the same thing I said last year. The elevation is how high in Denver.
Don't matter how high.
LeBron will be gasping for air.
LeBron going higher.
Halfway through the first quarter.
LeBron is healthier this year.
He
ain't
took more
playing.
steroids?
What you saw when you saw in we ain't gonna worry about that. What
I was just kidding.
What you saw in Game 4 last year, that's gonna be all series, nigga. We got this.
A loss?
I mean, not. But this time it's gonna be a win because now we got.
Because you got Gabe Vincent.
We got more offensive firepower.
Gabe Vincent. Yep.
Rui is better. D'Lo better.
Mm-hmm.
Reeves gonna be better. AD is AD. And then Bron
Joker's
is
gonna
Bron.
be better.
All right.
Getting cooked.
You don't care about Jokic, nigga. Lakers in 6. All right, now
so
that
you're serious.
now that I have to be serious, bruh. I do not want to play these guys, bruh. Like, come on, dog. Like, I wanted OKC so bad.
Too bad we got him.
But fine. As long as we can Lakers, please, can y'all just get like a game or 2 this time? That's all I ask. I ain't asking for much. Like, just get 1 or 2 games just so we can feel like, all right, if we just trade for like Trae Young or something, we might be in there. Now, granted, that is not who I want, but I know that's probably who they're going for.
We about to spend the rest of the pod talking about that. It's about to cook your head.
that is not who I want, but that's who they're probably gonna go for. So beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
So y'all gonna roll out Trae Young, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, was Reeves.
Reeves is probably gonna be in the deal.
And Bronny. That's who y'all rolling out next year.
Yeah, we rolling out Bronny. Bronny can't play for USC. Probably can't even play for Dell State big minutes, but he gonna play for the Lakers, so we gonna get him right.
Sorry, bro,
LeBron is gonna transfer some of his powers through osmosis to Bronny to get him right, and he gonna be like the Anthony Melton, but on steroids.
Yo, LeBron ain't got a lot to give. He might want to keep all that stuff he got. Definitely, if you think y'all going back to the plan.
Listen, as long as we get it right in the playoffs, that's all that matters. All right. The play-in, that's just to get us warmed up, you know what I'm saying? And then we turn it on when it really matters.
Next season, yeah. Niggas get cooked. I don't care. You can fake all you want. Niggas get cooked.
All right. So the next thing we're gonna get into is which playoff player are you the most confident in? That like I know this guy is money, and you can date multiple players if you want, but
no, the first one, even though I don't want to admit it because he plays in LA, is LeBron. You trust LeBron the most to give you everything he's got. Then I gotta say Darren Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray, the real light-skinned Jesus now. No offense, Tyler or Tyrese, and our fifth starter. I'm not saying his name.
who is your first starter?
Harrison Barnes. It's the only time I'm ever gonna say his name on video. No, so the playoff performers I trust the most it's definitely Bron. It would be Jimmy, but it looks like he's not gonna play. And then I guess you can say KD if you feel like playing. Book. And then Fox showed off last year, so I like Fox. Pretty much, if we were to go down a list, the last 2 players on that list would be Jason Tatum and Anthony Davis.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay, sorry. I wanted to throw that out there.
He's skipping ahead. All right. So the ones that I'm most confident in to perform up to their standards, Obviously Nikola Jokic at this point.
Oh shit, I left him off, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
And I left Luke off.
Yeah, and Luke.
Oh shit, and Kyrie.
And
Shit,
Kyrie.
I'm wilding, guys. My bad.
I expect all of them to dog shit.
I named Keon Ellis before Kyrie. My bad, homie.
I also, and I know you're going to disagree because he's going to be on the opposite end of yours. I trust Anthony Davis, not on offense.
To do what?
To hold it down on defense as much as he can, because we don't have a lot around him on defense these days. But he's going to do his part. And granted, his offense is inconsistent. But,
That's being nice, but okay.
But his overall impact is up there though, in the playoffs. Also, if he could actually get on the court, Kawhi. But we know that's not going to be consistent. So,
Yeah, is Paul George in his last year? I saw something today talking about he might be going to Philly.
oh,
If
he
they
is.
don't win.
He hasn't signed an extension, so he is a free agent.
Oh, him and Klay Thompson can go together. We just kicked that nigga out of Golden State, but my bad. But I digress.
Shout out to Golden State and the dynasty being over.
Shout out to Golden State. We needed a stepping stone, so I'm glad it could have been them.
Other players that I very much trust. Jalen Brunson. That's another good one.
Yeah, true.
I trust Jalen Brunson. But now that no one else is popping
Wait,
in
did I say Ant?
you did not say Ant.
I don't know if I trust him, but I'm looking forward to.
I'm
trust watching.
Ant. I don't
I'm
trust
watching.
Ant,
I'm watching.
but I know he's going to have at least 2 big games in a series.
Okay.
I can say that.
And that's coming from someone who's said, I trust Anthony Davis.
I definitely trust him more than Anthony Edwards, but
We'll see.
But yeah, now players you expect to let everyone down.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely Jason Tatum. So the top of the list, Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns. Is he even playing?
Yes, he is.
He's back?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so it's them 3. And Sabonis if he's going up against Kevon Looney. But we got rid of him already, so I think we good on that. I think we're good on that front. I think those are the big 3. Everyone else, they are who they are. I don't.
All right, so I'll give you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Joel Embiid too.
God damn it. That's exactly.
I mean, he's the biggest one.
That's
so,
exactly
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
about to say. Joel Embiid, definitely. It's always some type of injury with him or whatever, and then he's never had a big playoff series in his life. At least Tatum has like some real big moments, like the 46 in Milwaukee, 51 against Embiid last year. But Embiid doesn't even have that. That's why Embiid was only number 9 on my list, in part, and also, like I said, the type of his injuries.
I do want to talk about your list too. I want to comment on that later. There was no Kings on there.
So, I'm trying to think of other players likely to let people down. Well, of course, James Harden, but at this point, I can't even say James Harden because no one expects anything out of him.
Exactly.
Here's a good one. How about Damian Lillard?
Ooh.
Dame has some big playoff moments, but he also has some stinker series, including against Anthony Davis.
I don't really think that counts.
But Dame Lillard could be a good candidate as well.
Doc Rivers.
Well, again, if you're expecting things out of Doc Rivers, that is your fault. That's your problem, and you need to go see the lady.
I just feel like throwing a shot at another player, Tobias Harris.
Again, someone else that no one expects anything from, not even his mama. But
I feel like talking shit now. Who else do I hate? Who else I got smoke for?
Run down the list.
Every Laker,
Of course,
except for LeBron. LeBron's gonna do his thing. I'm not gonna hate on that. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's them 4 for sure.
let's see.
I'm actually not.
Now
I'm not
that
looking forward to looking
we're
at Bonds.
getting into our negativity, I gotta think of players that I genuinely hate that's gonna be playing. Of course,
did I say Raymond Felton? I want to throw him in there.
we can throw Raymond Felton in there. I want to throw Marcus Smart in there, but he's at home, so also everyone that plays for the Celtics just by default. let's go. Whoever plays the Celtics, I'm gonna be rooting for. Excuse me. But the Celtic that I genuinely dislike the most, that's the thing. I guess Jaylen Brown maybe. I don't really hate them as like individuals. I just hate that they're on the Celtics.
That's colorist. And plus, you want Jason Tatum on your team, so you want him in LA to be paired with Anthony Davis. What a terrible combination. That would be so ass. I'd really hate y'all. Like, I hate y'all now, but like, I'd really hate y'all if y'all had Jason Tatum.
Don't worry. We ain't going to get Tatum because he's going to sign his nice big extension this summer. And then we're going to shift our eyes to that guy in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, Trae Young.
No. Please, basketball guys. Luka Doncic.
Oh, I thought you meant Kyrie.
No, Luka Doncic.
Or Tim Hardaway Jr. That'd be
make it happen in some way. And if not Luka, then Wemby down the road. All right. Y'all got me, right? But yeah. So, player that you think could change the narrative for you the most with this playoffs.
Wait, did you go down the list of the players you hate? Other than the players in Boston?
Other than Boston, other players that I hate. It's hard because, like I said, Celtics, of course. Now I gotta run down the teams. Oh, I hate the Clippers as well, But again, individuals. I mean, I guess I hate Harden because just the shenanigans with the foul drawn and the way he just never shows up when it matters the most. I used to hate watching Westbrook recently, but not anymore because now he like plays defense and stuff. Now he still takes some horrible jumpers and he's gonna do that.
That's just in his DNA. That's in his genetics.
It's in his makeup. You know.
That's never gonna change.
A tiger doesn't change his stripes; he just changes jungles. So what can you do with that?
You came up with that?
No,
that was smooth. I never heard that one before.
but that's real spill. That's real spill right there.
I'm gonna write that down.
Now, see, I keep trying to think of guys like that. I really just like. I just hate watching them play. Like, this is hard because like. There aren't a lot of guys because like I said, Marcus Smart's not playing, so it's like, who do I got left? Like Rondo's been out the league forever, so like
Pascal Siakam.
That's a good one.
I hate him ever since he talked trash about my team.
Keep in mind, this man wanted Siakam forever, and now
I did till he opened his mouth.
Hey man,
now I hope they get swept.
Dang, you want that to happen to light-skinned Jesus? That's fucked up.
Hey, you could put up 30 assists and get swept. I don't care. He ain't playing in Sacramento no more.
But now we move on to keep the negativity going. Because here's the thing. Yes, it's good to have positivity. You need your positivity. You need your positive thoughts and all that. But you also need negativity. Negativity is also good. You need that balance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You need that balance. You need the balance of positivity and negativity. If you get too high on one area, then,
Believe me, Bunche will be here to bring you down. That's what I do.
You can't get too high on the supply. You got to have a balance to keep yourself grounded, because then you're going to crash and burn if you get too deep on one end. That is today's Monty. I'm going to come up with a name for that. I ain't smooth enough just yet to do that. But
the Montyism of the day.
There we go. That's your Montyism of the day, guys. But yeah, so now, player that could change the narrative for you the most, positive or negative?
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to Ant to prove to me and to continue to grow. He is who I said he was. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. I want him to keep growing and not to plateau where he's at. Because that'd be the only fear for me of his. Like, he just doesn't get better from here.
I'm pretty confident Ant will get better, but
no, he will. But I want to see it in the playoffs. Like, that's like where it happens for real.
Ant would probably be in my top 3, but my number 1 is actually Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'm looking forward to seeing him get cooked.
Of course you are. But the reason why I say Shai is because when I did my top 10 list, and we can go over that before we do the predictions for each series, and then also the conferences and the champion. I had him number 7, right behind Steph.
In the whole league?
Yeah. Number 7. I said we're going to go over this, but I keep in mind the list that I gave y'all, what was that, a month ago now, roughly?
You were drunk when you did it?
No. I would change it, and I said that at the time. I said that list was subject to fluctuate wildly, and it already would as of now, and it probably will even more once the playoffs have concluded. But I put Shea 7 because
he's definitely going down after the series. He's getting cooked for sure.
I don't know about that, but
Fox is cooking Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
But Shea is probably going to be number 2 in MVP this year, and his stars rising up. The question is, how does his
cooked in the first round?
How does his game translate to the playoffs? And if he's anything like he is in the regular season, then we could be talking about Shea as like a top 3-4 type of guy, and that's a big difference. Like, but if he disappoints, then
which he will,
you're talking more like bottom end of the top 10 type of player, probably. Like, you know, because like I said, he's at the point now where, you know, he in the regular season is like a bona fide top 5 guy, but now we just got to see, does that translate to the postseason? And probably against Sacramento, potentially New Orleans, but probably against Sacramento.
You're not gonna do that to sit me. I'll walk off this pod right now. You're not gonna fuck with me like that.
We'll get our first test run of Shea as this level of player in that playoff crucible, so to speak.
So actually, now that you say that Shea is the player I'm looking forward to seeing play the most, because I like Shea, but I don't think he's as good as everyone's saying he is. I don't think he's that much better than Fox than everyone's saying he is. I don't think the gap's that big, and I hope Fox proves it Sunday or whenever that series is going to start.
It would start Sunday.
Yeah, so I am actually looking forward to that. But for obvious reasons, I don't really want him to do well. Also,
shout out to my cousin Mark, who's a big OKC fan, so he'll also be watching closely, I'm sure. But yeah, so actually, before we get to our first round series prediction, let's recap what my top 10 was. So I know Jokic was number 1, Giannis was number 2, Luka was number 3. Now, this is the first big change I would have. Kawhi was number 4. Let's take that way down.
You had Kawhi 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
KD was 5. Steph 6. Shea 7. 88. Embiid 9. Tatum 10. That was the top 10.
Okay.
Now,
I ain't mad at that.
Now, if I had to change it right now, if I could, which I mean, of course, it's my pod, I can do what the fuck I want. You know, Kawhi would go way down because, like I said, the premise of Kawhi being that high was I believe that when he's out there, he can be the best player in any playoff series against anyone.
Yeah. And
he was healthy all this year up to that point, and now we're back on the bullshit. So that's why Kawhi would go down, definitely at least a few slots.
I definitely agree with that, though. If he was healthy and like reliable, he'd be number 1 for me.
I wouldn't put him ahead of Jokic, but he'd be number 2.
I am, just defensively.
That's true. Well, Jokic might be the greatest offensive big man of all time. In fact, I think he is.
He might, but he didn't win a championship in Toronto, so.
He won a championship in Denver.
Toronto's in a different country, bro.
I mean, that's true. But
he won a chip and dipped.
He's like, all right, y'all got that championship. I'm out of here, son. Deuces.
Nah, that's legend stuff right there. Nah, I think if for real, if he was reliable and like not missing every other playoff series, I think for me he'd be my number 1. I would get the argument for Jokic, but.
And then I would put Steph down because now I'm more sure that Steph can no longer be the best player on a championship team. If you're going to have Steph, he has to be the number 2 guy now.
That's the same thing you're going to say after we cook Shea.
So we'll see about that. So So Steph would be more at the bottom end of the top 10, and maybe I would.
Although I think I disagree with that though.
What?
I think Steph could still be number one. You just can't play Paczynski and Klay Thompson as much as you do.
Hey man, Pods can play.
He can, but
now Klay.
Not if you're trying to win with Steph.
Now Klay, hey, my man Gal from Street Fighter told you what to do in when you're in a situation like Klay Thompson.
I mean, look,
he told you what to do. Go home and be a family man. He out here doing cardio, getting 0 points in an elimination game.
He got this version of Klay Thompson, this version of Draymond Green, this version of Kuminga, this version of Chris Paul, this version of Andrew Wiggins on his team, and he still got them to play the greatest team in the NBA for a spot in the playoffs. So I mean, I think he could do it. You just got to put some like pieces around him. We bitch about that all the time for LeBron. Like, do the same for Steph. I think they could still win. They just beat Boston, 2 years ago?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's the same guy from 2 years ago.
I think he is. I just think everyone else is significantly worse.
And granted, Steph is the same age as we are, but, you know.
He still looks all right out there, though. He still looks good out there.
Like, he's the same age as us, and the thing is, very few players have been, like, top 5 players. In fact, the only player that's probably been top 5 past after 35, I don't even think, not even MJ, because MJ was 35 when he hit that shot against Russell. And then, I mean, maybe Karl Malone. And some people say LeBron when he like is really like trying and really locked in, maybe, but like not consistently, even in the playoffs. So yeah, it's very hard to be that good at this age.
I just want to see him around some like actual players. They just gave Draymond $100 million, and you want Steph to win a championship.
I mean,
did you see Chris Paul out there?
It might also be time for him to follow the words of Gal. I ain't gonna lie.
They got Moses Moody, and you talking about Steph ain't got it.
I'm just saying, even with all that, Steph doesn't look the same to me.
Bro, we
as he
beat them
did
by
47
points the other night.
And that's in part because you ain't get the Steph from even last year, let alone 2 years ago.
Bro, Klay went 0 for 10, and Draymond started. Like, I like Draymond, but, like, come on now. What is Steph supposed to do?
I mean, I can't argue too hard against that, but, you know, it's not like I'm kicking him out the top 10 completely. He's just like number 9 or something.
Well, I'm only arguing the fact that you say you don't think he could be the best player on the team. I think he can. On
a championship team.
I think he can.
But yeah,
like if you put him on this Boston Celtics team and took,
I mean, okay,
like, replace him with I'm saying replace him with Tatum, because I don't think they're gonna win with Tatum. You know that. I don't think they're ever gonna win with Tatum. Now I would give him more of a shot that they got Drew now, but
Drew and Porzingis.
I don't care about Porzingis. I mean, because he's another Tatum. What do you want? So, like, if you were to replace Steph with Tatum, I think that'd be a championship. He could win with that.
Yeah, but Boston, like, it would have to be like that, like an ensemble type of cast, like where it's like the Pistons in the early '90s and the Pistons of the mid 2000s.
All right, well, let me think.
Or San Antonio in 2014 before Kawhi really blew up.
I mean, all these teams is ass nowadays, though, so it's hard to tell.
That's true, but yeah. But let's move to after that tangent to our prediction for each individual series. We'll do a rapid fire here. So, Boston versus Miami. We don't really need to go over that.
4-0. I hope it's 4-0.
New York and Philadelphia. What you got?
It's probably 6.
4.
Is Embiid healthy for real?
I mean, he's gonna play, but you know, and healthy and then Embiid healthy are two different healthies.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks though.
I'm actually gonna go with the Sixers.
I'm gonna go with the Knicks.
I don't think the Knicks are gonna score enough. Brunson's a dog, but I think overall they're just gonna struggle to score.
They got my man OG, so I got New York.
But that series to me is nearly a toss-up. So.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm mostly picking New York because I don't want to see Philly playing 2 series.
That's valid.
I can't stand watching them play sometimes.
They are a tough watch. Max is a little exciting, but
he's cool. But Tobias Harris and Joel sometimes jacking threes. I hate it.
All right, this one is going to be tough because the status of the superstar, Milwaukee, Indiana, which is probably going to be 2 series in one, really.
Oh, Giannis?
Yeah, because Giannis isn't going to play at the start.
Jesus.
And we don't know exactly when he's going to play.
All right, well, I'm going with light-skinned Jesus then. I'm going Tyrese Halliburton.
Light-skinned Jesus, baby. Do I really want to pick light-skinned Jesus?
I mean, if you think about it, Milwaukee's been ass with Giannis. You think they're going to be better without him?
No, but, like, I guess
Indiana's cooked them 5 times already this year.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on the record. Light-skinned Jesus in 6.
It'd be blasphemy not to.
All right. The most league pass ass series you could ever conceive of. Orlando versus Cleveland.
This is the only East Coast match that I want to go 6. I mean, I would prefer 7 would be great, but I think I would go 6.
And you have?
Oh, my bad. Cleveland.
I have Cleveland in 7.
I actually got Cleveland in 5. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was talking shit earlier. Orlando's too young. I got close series, but Cleveland in 5. Yeah.
They have 2 games in Cleveland that one is a little bit of a blowout, one's close, and then Orlando wins game 3. You have a tight game 4 and 5.
Or they win like the closeout game 4, and they'll win one in Orlando maybe. So, I think they're too good to get swept.
Yeah, I do have Cleveland in 7. If I was confident Donovan Mitchell was his full self, I would say 5.
Wait, he's hurt too?
I mean, he's been hurt and he hasn't looked like his full self since he came back. I mean, he's starting to look better. He's starting to look better.
He's low managing for the Knicks. Okay.
Or the Nets.
Bro, someone else go to the Nets instead. That's fine. I'm still picking Cleveland.
I got Cleveland 7. All right, to the West. We'll start with.
Don't ask me to. You know the one silly question. I got Sacramento.
All right, 4. Let's get that one.
Sacramento and 4. Let's go.
Assuming it's OKC Sacramento.
What you keep saying assuming for, bro, is in the bag.
I have Oklahoma City in 6 in that one.
The fuck? All right, bet. Wait till we get to the Lakers joint. I bet.
Actually.
All right, bet.
I
got Denver in 3. I got 3. Denver in 3, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Shay's the best player in that series.
No, we done with them. Let's talk about Denver in LA. I got Denver in 3. Jokic gonna have average 50-point triple-double.
Be Monty time. Lakers in 6, nigga.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look in these eyes, and let me tell you, Bron and AD, nigga. Jokic, we ready for you this time. Jamal, we got you on straps. All right. Lakers in 6, nigga.
Nigga gonna get cooked by D'Angelo.
All right, the serious me, I got Denver in 5 because I think we can pluck one off of them.
Or do you think I should do a serious me for the Sacramento series?
I mean,
because I gave my bullshit answer.
All right, you can get your real answer too if you want.
Sorry to go back, guys, but
backtrack.
I was in jest saying Sacramento 4 against Oklahoma City, but if I'm put my like unbiased hat on, my like for real hat, the guy still got Sacramento 4. What are you talking about? We cooking them niggas. I swear to God. Swear to God, we are cooking them niggas. All right, go ahead. You do what you was doing.
All right. Minnesota Phoenix.
I probably got Phoenix winning. I'm rooting for Minnesota though, which you probably wouldn't think you would have ever heard come from me.
Shout out to Carl Towns.
I probably say Phoenix in 6, but I want Minnesota to win in 7. I want 7 good games out of this series.
I am probably rooting for Minnesota, but I got Phoenix in 6.
Yeah.
I think.
Ant's probably my favorite player in the league, but
I think that Phoenix has the best player, actually the best 2 players currently. And also just the way that they play matches up well with how Minnesota plays defense. So Going with that.
Wait, how do they play? What are you saying?
So because
One-on-one?
Rudy Gobert walls off the rim, right? That's their thing. Phoenix doesn't really go to the rim. They do mid-range and all that. So that the thing that Rudy really is elite at shutting off.
Oh, you're just I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Phoenix doesn't really play that way to play into that.
They do not.
And then Dallas and the Clippers, which is probably the most exciting series if Kawhi actually plays.
If Kawhi plays, I want 7 out of this one for sure. And I was just talking about how if Kawhi is healthy, he's my number 1, but I still think Luka's better in the playoffs against them for some reason. Like, he just cooks the shit out of them in the playoffs. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if he just hates them or he likes turning up in LA. I don't know what it is, but it's hard for me to pick Luka against the Clippers right now, or pick against Luka against the Clippers.
So you got Dallas.
And it's Kyrie in the playoffs again. Yeah, give me Dallas. I'm not trusting James Harden.
I got Dallas in 6. Luka's the best player, and Harden's gonna Harden. Kyrie's gonna Kyrie. Except that last one is positive.
I was gonna say.
so I got. But if Kawhi plays again, I think that's another toss up. But I got Dallas.
They talking about him.
I got Dallas regardless.
They talking about him missing the whole series.
No, they just don't know how much he's gonna play, really. But I mean, like I said, it's a toss up if Kawhi is full go. Without him in full go, it's easy for me to pick Dallas. So let's go with our predicted finals and champion.
Hold on, there is one amendment I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
I have more time to think about it, and I want to give you a real answer for real. It's my first time on a podcast. I want to give you the real answer for the Sacramento OKC round. Just in case somebody's watching and like, oh, you said it was going to be 4-0, and y'all 1-7. You don't know what you're talking about, right? So my real answer is I think Shai's going to go off, like, for real. I think Fox is going to have – I think he's going to play well enough for them to elevate him and to be like, oh, is he kind of like right at – it's not, maybe not as good as Shai, but like on that same level type shit. I think Sabonis is going to eat Chet, though. But I think Chet's going to do the same thing on the other side if he's not too tired from getting bullied all day. And we have Harrison Barnes, so you got to throw that into the equation. It's hard to sweep a team when you got Harrison Barnes in 2024.
Big facts.
So with all that being said, nigga, I still got him at 4. I got Sacramento at 4. I'm not moving off that. So stop asking.
We ain't even asked you.
Oh, my bad.
You asked yourself.
You're right, I did. I had to get some shit on my chest.
All right. So, predicted East-West champion. And your finals champion.
It's hard not to pick Boston since Giannis is being stupid or like hurt right now, but
hey man, that's his calf, man. Tell his calf to act right.
I know. Well, because before that injury, all of me was gonna pick Milwaukee. I'm like, I know how bad they look, but it's Giannis and Dame in the playoffs. Ever since Giannis put up that 50 piece in the closeout game and went 17 and 19 on the free throw line.
Yeah,
I'm not picking against them, but I don't want Boston to go. I don't like them niggas no more than like y'all.
Join the club.
I don't know. It'll probably be Boston and Denver again, if Denver can get past us.
All right.
And
who you?
Am I supposed to pick the winner?
Yeah.
Denver again.
All right. Lakers are going to bust Boston's ass in the finals. All right. LeBron, number 5. #18. We got this.
Oh.
Okay. I got Denver and Boston as well. And I got Denver repeating. Nice and boring answer.
Okay, but how many games you got Denver winning in? Because remember, we was in Philly last time them two played. And Jason Tatum, mouse in the house.
Mouse in the house.
Clank. So, yeah, mouse in the house for real. Nah, but if that's the series, it's 4-0 for me.
I got Denver in 6. Boston has a lot of talent. It's just, they're going to shrink when it matters. So
4-0.
Denver in 6. All right. And speaking of basketball, another big topic out in the streets is one Caitlin Clark and how she's getting so much more attention than her predecessors. Why is this? Why is Caitlin Clark so hot in the streets compared to the A'ja Wilsons and, who are Angel Reese?
Keyword is hot on the streets. Earlier, I told you we pay attention to her hooping because she's medium ugly. She's like a good, she's that good range where I'm not gonna say, she's like, you can't take her home to mama, but like you're paying attention to her skill set. Like if you're tuning in to Caitlin Clark, you're looking at her dribble, pass the ball, shoot 40-foot threes, close the game out, all that stuff, get cooked by South Carolina, whatever it is. So when you think about Reese or like some of these other kind of more attractive players, that thought kind of gets led sometimes. So rightfully so or not.
So my thought is,
and she can hoop.
There's a few things. So one, she is a generational talent. She is the leading scorer in college basketball history, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
And she plays like, I say she's a Nash Steph hybrid, but really she's like, this is what Steve Nash would look like if he was born like 27 years later. Like,
and if he could hoop.
This is what her game is, what it would look like. And another thing is, people are saying like it's not fair that she's getting all this extra coverage compared to others. First of all, she's so popular now that they are moving her games to bigger venues. They can't even have her game here at the Missus Arena. They're moving it to Capital One. Like, she is what they call a needle mover. Like, people want to see her hoop.
Bruh, you can't make women happy. I want coverage on the WNBA. All right, Caitlin Clark, let's talk about her every second. You talk about that bitch too much. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want?
What do you want? And so, how big a factor is her whiteness? Honestly, I think not much at all, if I'm being real with you. Like, I think, again, she has a game that you don't even have to like women's basketball for real to look at her and be like, God damn, who is that doing all of that? Gosh, we've been seeing her highlights come across our feeds for 4 years.
She can hoop.
Like, she's different, bro. She's just different, bro. Like, I understand that we have to always feel like, black women being slighted, but like in this specific case, nah, Caitlin's just that girl, though. Like, you got to give it to her. And I understand, but she got a shoe deal. And there's 2 other white women, Breonna Stewart and Sabrina, that got shoe deals. And A'ja Wilson, who's the best player in the WNBA currently, does not. But
killing it. She gonna get one though.
But here's the thing. Like, first of all, the people that none of this is fair. And sports fans should understand that better than anyone. That's number one. But number two, when it comes to shoe deals, like, for example, Kyrie Irving is nowhere near the player that Giannis Antetokounmpo is. But who's going to sell more shoes? Kyrie fucking Irving. Because he has the game that people want to emulate.
People understand. They just being stupid. It's not that.
A'ja Wilson she doesn't have that kind of aesthetic game that's going to resonate. Like, all of y'all talking about A'ja get a shoe deal. Are you going to buy those shoes? Stop being full of shit. No, you're not. Be for real. All right, so there's that.
Y'all don't even buy the $12 league pass. I don't want to hear nothing.
Well, it's $30. It's $35. It's $35
okay.
now.
I got half on it for you if you just tell me you're gonna watch 3 games this season. Fuck out of here.
Hey, look, that is what it is. But I will say this: another good test for this though will be Juju Watkins when she comes up. We saw what she did as a freshman.
She's definitely getting a shoe deal.
Oh yeah, I 100% believe that. Juju is going to be the next, like they think that Angel is the Magic to Caitlin's Bird. Nah, it'll be Juju if anyone.
Well, they didn't get drafted the same year, and they didn't play each other.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, just a general point, like who's going to be like the other end of the spectrum that like gets people to pull into the league. Because remember, Magic and Bird basically saved the NBA. Like, so niggas was watching on tape delay before Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
So So, we'll see about that. And the other thing I want to talk about, well, there's two other things with that before we transition to the last thing. Why are the salaries so trash?
Because y'all won't go to the fucking games.
Yes, that. But also keep in mind that the WNBA does not turn a profit on its own. They need the NBA to prop them up to even turn a profit. And so if you actually paid the women like the same percentage that you pay like the men equivalent, the league would literally cease to exist. Like that's just the reality. Like we can talk about how that's not fair or whatever, but like plus keep in mind they're only playing like 30 games a year.
Yeah.
And
season's like 7 weeks long.
Yeah, so it's like you have to take all that into account. Keep in mind that the men didn't always get paid like they do now. They get paid like they do now because they're generating billions of dollars.
Bro, we was in high school. WNBA play. Lisa Leslie was getting paid $12 an hour. A WNBA game is 40 minutes. Like that shit was disrespectful. So 75, I was actually happy to see that. Lisa Leslie was getting paid.
They moving up. Like
that's what I'm saying. She was getting paid $8 for a whole game of basketball.
If Caitlyn and Juju raise the league up, they'll probably be making like $500,000 before you know it.
Although I told you what's gonna happen.
I'm being more optimistic here. Okay, they're gonna.
I kind of don't hope you're right because I like WNBA the way it is.
Well, yeah,
and I don't want it to turn.
I've said we're not ready for women's sports to be mainstream, and Bunche believes it's never going to be mainstream.
It's not.
But
when's the last time y'all watched women's soccer? I'll wait.
He's got a point on that, but
Mia Hamm was in commercials with MJ, and y'all niggas still ain't watching.
No, Mia Hamm, that is a throwback.
That's how long they've been good, and nobody still cares.
You can't argue with the facts. You can't argue with that.
Y'all complain, but y'all do nothing about it, so it is what it is.
Before we move to the last topic, one quick thing. Any draft picks besides Angel Reese that you're looking forward to seeing in the WNBA this season?
I like Cardoza. I like the girl from Stanford that got drafted to the Sparks. She's Steph's mom is her godmother, whatever it is. Something like that. So I like them. Who's the other player? There's another girl that got drafted out of Connecticut. I forgot what. Oh, is the girl the Mystics drafted out of Connecticut to play next to my girl Shakira Austin. So it's a couple hoopers out there, couple good teams.
So yeah, watch the WNBA this season, y'all. Trust me, it's good.
It's actual basketball. It's not just running to a 3-point line and jacking shots. But I digress.
And transitioning from the women, though they will be part of this discussion too, we get into our usual
trash them.
our usual masculinity talk. So,
women do suck. I see what you got right there.
Yeah, I have it in big bold letters, right?
They say, why are women so ass? All right, so let me tell you why I think. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me break it down for you. So, I want to start off with, though, just on us men. What are some of the biggest reinforcements of your 30s? So I'm going to bounce my ideas, and then you can respond to what you think.
Okay.
So, number one, what I learned in my 30s. Before going to therapy, which, by the way, I haven't done, don't plan to do ever, but that's a different thing. Before you go to therapy, try getting you some money, number one.
Broke niggas.
Broke ass niggas. Number two, get your own space.
Broke ass niggas.
Stay at home niggas. And then get you a good body. Weak ass niggas. And then try that first. And then see if you still need therapy.
Damn, that's wild. You said get in shape and stop bitching. All right. I don't disagree with that list, though. I think before you go externally, you should try everything you can internally to see if you can change your perspective and change how things are going before you kind of elicit and depend on the help of others. So,
all right. And bonus points if you find your passion and purpose.
That's all life's about.
All right. Next one. Only you are responsible for your own happiness.
Yes.
And that includes within relationships.
Well, so like I would say you're responsible for picking the right person that would make you happy. So instead of just picking the baddest joint or whatever, if you know she's not like for you like that, then that's your fault that you're not happy or whatever it is. So,
and I'll expand on that a little bit, where you have to, as a man, you have to dictate the terms of the relationship to where you're gonna say, I will accept this and I will not accept that, and you cannot betray that. The second you betray that and you let her just do whatever it is she's gonna do that you know messes with your happiness, then yeah, that's your fault.
Ladies, I'm telling you right now, with me, you have to sign a waiver before you can do anything.
Big facts.
Talking shit. But nah, yeah, I agree though. Fundamentally, everything's your responsibility. I'm not a believer in making excuses and blaming other people for your fuck ups or shortcomings or whatever. So,
all right, last one. Do not tailor yourself in any way for the sake of women, or the sake of women's approval, especially.
Agree. Overall, I don't think you should tailor yourself for anyone's approval. It kind of just makes, I don't want to call you weak, but like you can't stand on all 10 toes if you kind of pivot in every single time a trend changes and stuff like that. Figure out who you are and stay grounded in that.
No arguments there. And also, I'll have the funny thing is, as I have these three things listed, that there are three main pillars that make men attractive to women. That's funny enough, has nothing to do with chasing their approval. So let's see what you think about these. And I didn't come up with these.
I'm gonna give you the credit though.
but I do.
You heard it here first. He wrote this.
A man that is comfortable in his own skin.
Facts.
Knows where he's going.
Facts.
And looks like he's having fun getting there. If you got those three things, you're basically unstoppable.
I definitely want to dive deeper into this next pod, like the next time I'm here. But I think those are the three starting points.
It's an excellent starting point. I agree. That's why I said it.
Yeah. No, I think that, that's solid.
And then the last thing we're going to get into for this pod, at least, is why do we prefer women closer to our own age, but we can see the appeal of younger women as we get older. And when we say younger, let's be clear. We're not talking like 22, 23 years old. Saying like maybe like...
Wait, what's the question here?
So we prefer women our own age. Both you and I, in terms of our taste in women, we both prefer women close to our age, right?
Uh-huh.
But we remember that conversation, this is offline, we had with Cordell about, the struggles with women that are our age these days, and also how...
Yeah, y'all are a headache.
And then we can see the appeal in younger women. And again, when we say younger, we're not talking like 22 or 3 or something. More like late 20s.
No, I don't understand how that's not like understandable to people.
Well, first of all, if you listen to like red pillars and like manosphere guys,
I don't know what's a red pillar.
So like in the Matrix when he had like the blue.
I've never seen the Matrix actually. I've never seen it.
Well, the blue and the red, basically the blue pill is like, I ain't gonna talk about the blue pill because I don't feel like getting into that. But the red pill is basically like you see the world for like what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. So like you see women for like what they are. But they just kind of like go way off the deep end with it. At least the influencers, where it's just like
talking about the WNBA.
Like are you familiar with Andrew Tate at all?
I know who he is.
Yeah, so like guys like that.
I actually like him though, from what I've seen.
But they kind of go off the deep end. But basically, like they'll tell you, oh yeah, a woman loses all her value after like 30, which I'm like, okay, like you think an 18-year-old is more attractive than a 30-year-old? I don't know. It's like something's wrong with you, but unless you're actually 18 yourself. But
But I mean, who's trying to figure out why men think it's attractive for younger women? Like who's unclear about this?
Women.
Okay. Because they'll go to WNBA games with me. Nah, I mean it's just the older men and women get, the more kind of set in your ways and jaded you are in your past. So it is harder. So if you're both like that, then
I more or less have that written down too. So you see how we are on one accord.
What you got?
Well, technically, here I can be stuck in their ways, and it's tough for them. It's tough to adapt to one another.
And women, this is my first time here, so I'm being nice. Next time, I'm gonna really tell you how I feel. But it's just like the older you get, the more stuck in your ways she's gonna be. And if you're, a certain kind of guy, like you might not want to follow that lead, and it's kind of hard to break certain people out of that. But again, that goes both ways. So it's harder for two 36-year-old niggas or two 36-year-old people to kind of, put 36 years of history.
Yeah, you got to adjust and especially if you've been single a long time. Like, yeah.
No, there's a lot of benefits because like a 36-year-old woman compared to like a 28-year-old woman. 36-year-old woman is a lot smarter, a lot more experienced. They're a little more comfortable in their own skin. They don't do a lot of the little girl stuff, but.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, if you ask me, I still strongly prefer like 31 to 35 is like, you're like perfect to me if you're in that range. But I understand there's going to be challenges with that. Now I will accept those challenges because I ain't no bitch. But
How old is Kelly Rowland?
She should be 43.
That's the high end of my range. Bianca Belair.
She just turned 35.
Okay, I gotta go younger than that. Who's fine? Who's fine?
Sasha. Well, Mercedes Moné or Sasha.
No. Who? You know me. Who I think is fine that's young?
I don't know. I would say Lotto, but that's more like my speed.
Oh, what about that girl that looked like Jennifer Hudson?
I don't know which one.
Coco Jones.
Coco Jones.
How old is she?
And you know what? Let's Google that real quick.
Cause she'll be my low end.
Oh yeah, we got rappers in the same, but Coco Jones she is 26.
All right, there we go. 26 to 43.
All right, so yeah, that's and like I said, younger girls, they might be easier to adapt, but they're also, like you said, not as experienced on a different life track and all that. So yeah, we still prefer older, but we can see the appeal younger. But let's wrap this up.
Just be a woman.
Shout out to Greenhouse Studios. Shout out to Mama Bunche. Shout out to the Blasian twins and Mike, Larry, and Cordell. And Twan, come back outside one day, my guy.
Yeah, one day.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and Bunche.
Sacramento in 4.
Bunche and Monty, Lakers in 6. Signing out.
I meant that shit. We winning in 4.